local all morning. You're watching Fox 61 Morning News.
Top of the hour, and now at 6, a road is closed in West Hartford following a crash into a utility pole. Fox 61's Joe Monte is on the scene telling us about outages and how long this busy road will be closed during the morning commute. But first, we want to say good Wednesday morning, halfway through the work week. We are getting there, and we are glad you're with us here on Fox 61 and Fox 61 Plus. I'm Bridget Piorlo.
And America area is a much quieter, calmer morning, fortunately. We're checking in with Rachel Piscatelli this morning. The wind is gone. No issues there, but it's the temperatures that have really dropped.
Absolutely. It is definitely much colder outside than this time yesterday, and we are certainly feeling every bit of that, although the wind is behaving this morning, so it's not adding at least to what it feels like outside. So cold start, less wind right now. Temperatures are much colder than this time yesterday, anywhere from 12 to about 18 degrees colder. So around 20 degrees in Torrington now, 25 in Meriden. Out the door along the shoreline along that I-95 corridor from New Haven into Bridgeport. You're in the mid to upper 20s, 25 in Norwich now, and about 20 towards Union. Wind speeds are about 5 to 10 miles per hour, so certainly not bad, but they're straight out of the north to northwest. So when they do blow a little bit, you may feel it at times. Otherwise, our wind speeds today are in check for the most part. Satellite and radar picture now scanning the state. We are dry. Once that sun comes up here, it'll be mostly sunny with temperatures in the 20s for the kids at the bus stop. Towards the afternoon, I anticipate maybe recess outside if the temperatures aren't too cold, around 35 degrees under a partly cloudy sky. Temperatures for tomorrow get a little bit better. 34 in Trumbull, 36 in Southbury today, 37 in Hartford, so a little taste of winter again, 36 in Colchester and 35 in Waterford. As we head through the overnight hours tonight, it's another cold start to our morning. The day tomorrow will feature numbers in the mid 40s, so that's not bad. And then for the official start of spring, which begins in the 10 o'clock hour on Friday, temperatures will be around 53 in the afternoon under a mix of sun and clouds. So there are a couple of chances for some lighter showers Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We'll talk a little bit more about that, but it shouldn't impact too many plans coming up in just a bit. Here at 6:02, as we check in with the roadways, we are following a crash this morning over in Putnam. So this is causing a bit of a delay as you're traveling now. This is towards Route 44, both directions here, east and westbound between Pomfret Street and Deerfield Road. So we know that one side of the roadway is blocked off. We also have a crash here. Now we're getting the thumbs up for the eastbound side out by exits 8 and 9, but the westbound side still seeing some delays, and we'll certainly see the westbound that looks a little bit better this morning, but your drive here from Hartford into New Haven looks okay, as well as over in Fairfield. We're starting to see some brake lights there on 95. Bridget and Erica.
Rachel, thanks. 6:03 now, and water service has been suspended in Griswell. This is since yesterday. Town officials say there's a water main break in the area of Ashland Street and Hill Street, and that's where we find Fox 61's Kayla Cade. We're checking back in with her. Kayla, what's the latest? What are you hearing from people there?
Hey, good morning. Yeah, workers are still on the scene here. I'll step out a shot so you guys can get a closer look. You can see the excavator back there. They were actually fiddling around with the just the road here, moving dirt along here to prepare that water main break as well. Now, we did hear that Griswold Emergency Management posted a notice on Facebook around 3 Tuesday afternoon. They said water service has been temporarily suspended in the area pending repairs, and people without water was able to pick up water at the Jewett City Fire Department until 9:30 yesterday p.m. That is. I checked with Griswold's Town Hall website this morning, and it says the building was closed starting Tuesday at 2 p.m. and Griswold's Youth Center was also closed due to the water main break. Now, we are working to find out if both buildings will be open today, and we also called the fire department because I know some people are now getting up for work and definitely trying to see if they are still having that water there at the fire department. So we did leave a message, and we will definitely keep you guys updated when we find out more details. And we'll also keep you guys updated when we find out when repairs will be finished. There's not a timeline just yet, at least not that I saw on the town's Facebook or on the website. But again, we'll just keep you updated. In Griswold, Kayla Cade, Fox 61.
All right, Kayla, thanks. We'll hope for the best and check back throughout the morning for sure. Well, crews across several communities worked hours yesterday to clean up from an overnight wind and rainstorm and left a lot of damage. Now, those repairs included in Coventry, where at least 248 customers are still without power this morning. Now, that number is down significantly from just 24 hours ago. Part of those outages were caused by a fallen tree limb along South Street. It took down a series of power lines. People who lived in that area shared what they saw.
There was an entire fire flame, or actually the sky was glowing yellow.
It made an aural sound of like, and my goodness, the flashing and the sparks, it was quite exciting.
Yeah, a lot of damage there, you can see. That was a big tree, too. Now, just up the road, there is a partially uprooted tree resting on top of lines on the Boston Turnpike. Eversource crews say that they are still out and about. They're making sure every community is covered and back online.
6:05 now, a man was arrested after police say he ran over an officer's foot. This happened in Manchester back in September. Police say Xavier Rodriguez hit a South Windsor police cruiser and a parked car as well before leading police on a chase. He ultimately crashed his car and ran off. Rodriguez is already in state custody for other charges, and he'll be appearing in court next month.
We have some new details for you on a story we brought you yesterday morning. We've learned the name of the man New Haven police say smashed windows at several businesses. Tawan Gromes is being held on a $50,000 bond. Officers say he smashed a window on Grand Avenue with a rock and then stole an axe that was inside. Police say Gromes then went to State Street where he broke 5 more windows. Police said that when officers found him, he refused to drop the axe and then he took off running away. Officers caught up with him. They arrested him after a brief struggle. Police say Gromes was taken to the hospital to be evaluated.
A Milford man has been charged in the death of a man in a homeless encampment behind a Lowe's store. Police say Matthew Keeley set fire in August. The state medical examiner ruled the death a homicide. Keeley's been charged with murder and several other felony counts. He is being held this morning on a $2 million bond.
A third person has been charged in connection to a fire that investigators say was started intentionally in Thompson nearly 2 years ago. Cassandra Hederia was arrested last Friday. She's been charged with plotting to commit arson and attempted murder. Now, the arrest warrant says that 5 men beat a man that she knew with a bat. Police say that man drove her and someone else to a home to set it on fire. They thought one of the attackers lived there, but he did not at the time. Investigators say Heredia lied about being the one who did it. They say she was scared of the man who actually poured the gasoline. And police in Thomaston are investigating a road rage incident. This happened at about 3:30 yesterday afternoon on Waterbury Road. Officers say a driver fired a gun from their vehicle and that hit another car's passenger window and the windshield. Now, fortunately, no one was hurt. One person was hurt, rather. Multiple agencies, including state police, canine units, they all responded to the scene. No word on if any arrests have been made.
One person is hurt after a crash in Southington. Firefighters say it happened on I-84 East between exits 32 and 33. The crash involved a car and a tractor trailer. We're told the person hurt was taken to the hospital. No word yet on their condition this morning. New Haven has launched a major enforcement initiative targeting drivers who illegally pass school buses. This has been a problem for months now. More than 1,500 drivers have been caught illegally passing these buses in New Haven. That's just in the last 2 weeks since the city rolled out their school bus stop arm camera program. Those violations have totaled to more than $350,000 in fines so far.
Hopefully they're going to check those tapes and really go after folks who are egregiously putting kids' lives at risk.
Hopefully by the time he grows up, we'll have, safer streets here.
Mayor Elliker says he hopes over time the number of tickets they issue will drop as more people avoid illegally passing school buses. 6:09 now. We do have some breaking news this morning out of West Hartford, where a car crash has closed a New Britain Avenue, a busy stretch there for hours now.
And we're checking back in with FOX61's Joe Monty. He's live there at the scene. We saw a lot of cleanup happening. What's happening right now, Joe?
Good morning to you both. Look, at the moment, absolutely nothing. The road is still closed and traffic is not able to flow through the telephone pole is still down. It's hanging from the wires. I'm going to step off to the side and show you what it looks like right now. Pretty inactive at the moment, as I said. Looks like maybe a couple people walking down the sidewalk over there. I don't think they're anybody related to the scene. But you can see the telephone pole hanging from wires on the side of the road. No obstructions in the road or anything like that at this point, but police are still blocking things off. I can confirm that nobody died as a result of this crash, which is good news. But if you take a look at the video that we have from just a little earlier this morning, you can see the pole was on top of the car. It was pretty banged up. It looked like it was a pretty good crash. So good thing that nobody died as a result of this. We're in the area of 1030 New Britain Ave. It's a section between South Street and Woodlawn Street that's currently closed. Police say they're unable to determine when the road will be back open. I did reach out to Eversource about the crash and about the timeline as for this cleanup, and they weren't really able to give me a whole lot of information just yet. It is still early in the morning, and they told us that we kind of have to wait for day crews to get in to be able to figure out what's going on here and to get a timeline and an update on the few outages that there are and the cleanup process here on the road. So we'll keep you updated with the latest. We'll continue to reach out. But for now, the road is closed here, New Britain Avenue. So keep that in mind for your morning commute. If you're getting up and getting out on the road in this area, things will be possibly a little bit trafficy. We'll see, I don't know, as people continue to come out of their houses and the road gets a little busier. But keep that in mind. But for now, I'm going to send it back to you guys. For now in West Hartford, Joe Monty, back to you.
Yeah, definitely use an alternate route if you head that way, Joe. But it looks like crews are making quite a bit of progress. They towed away that car fairly quickly, so that is good to see.
Hopefully the road will be open soon.
Joe, thanks for that. Well, international news this morning, an Iranian security leader has reportedly been killed. Ali Lahrani, Iran's security of the Supreme National Security Council, was killed in an Israeli military strike, according to the Israeli defense minister. A report from Israeli media says Lahrani and his son were attacked in a hideout apartment.
Top counterterrorism official Joe Kent resigned yesterday. The former National Counterterrorism Center director says that he, quote, cannot in good conscience support the war in Iran. Kent says that Iran posed no imminent threat to our nation and says we started the war because of pressure from Israel and its powerful American lobby. Now, at this moment, President Donald Trump hasn't made a public statement about Kent's resignation or reason.